When football fans talk about World Cup heroes, they usually mention superstars from the biggest nations, legends who play for famous clubs and lift major trophies. But in 2026, one of the most inspiring stories in football came from a small island nation in Africa, Cape Verde. At the center of that story was a goalkeeper known as Vozinha. Born as Josimar Jose Evora Diaz, Vozinha grew up in Cape Verde, a country of islands in the Atlantic Ocean with a population of less than 1 million people. Unlike many football stars who rise through world-famous academies, he came from a place where football opportunities were limited and reaching the highest level of the sport seemed almost impossible. His journey was never glamorous. He spent years playing far from the spotlight, away from the cameras and media attention. He never became a global superstar, never signed for Europe's elite clubs, and never enjoyed the fame that many famous goalkeepers received. Instead, he built his career through hard work, discipline, sacrifice, and persistence. As the years passed, Vozinha became one of the most experienced players in Cape Verdean football history. While many players retire in their late 30s, he continued competing at a high level and remained committed to representing his country. There were moments when retirement seemed closer than the World Cup itself. As younger goalkeepers emerged, many believed his international career was approaching its end. But Vozinha refused to quit. He continued training, continued believing, and continued fighting for the dream of representing Cape Verde on the biggest stage in football. Off the pitch, he became much more than just a goalkeeper. He earned a reputation as a leader, mentor, and role model for younger players. His dedication and professionalism inspired a new generation of footballers across Cape Verde, proving that success is possible even when you come from one of the smallest football nations in the world. For decades, Cape Verde dreamed of reaching the FIFA World Cup. It seemed almost impossible. The nation had never qualified before, and few people expected them to compete alongside football's biggest powers. But in 2026, history was made. Cape Verde qualified for its first ever World Cup, and Vozinha was there to lead the team. At 40 years old, he became one of the oldest players in the tournament. Then came the match that changed everything. Cape Verde faced Spain, one of the strongest teams in world football. Most fans expected an easy victory for the Spanish side. Spain controlled possession, created chances, and attacked throughout the match. But there was one problem: Vozinha. Time after time, the veteran goalkeeper denied Spain's attacker. He produced save after save, remained calm under enormous pressure, and inspired his teammates to keep fighting. As the minutes passed, the impossible started to feel possible. When the final whistle blew, the scoreboard showed 0-0. Cape Verde had held Spain to a draw. The result shocked football fans around the world. For Spain, it felt like a missed opportunity. For Cape Verde, it felt like a victory. And for Vozinha, it was the greatest moment of his career. He was named man of the match after delivering a performance that people will remember for years. At 40 years old, while many athletes were already retired, Vozinha stood on football's biggest stage and showed that experience, determination, and belief can still overcome the odds. His story reminds us that football is not only about famous stars, wealthy clubs, or powerful nations. Sometimes, the most unforgettable stories come from the smallest countries and from the players who never stop believing. Maybe this is the true magic of the new 48-team World Cup, a tournament where smaller nations finally have the chance to dream.